Okay, so President Uhuru Kenyatta and his Deputy William Ruto have, in recent days, ridiculed the National Super Alliance power-sharing deal that suggests creation of the Premier Cabinet Secretary post with 2 deputies. But just what does it take to create the 3 posts, and how implementable is the NASA deal? Our political affairs reporter Murimi Mwangi takes a closer look.
Barely 4 days after colorfully unveiling a 5-man presidential lineup, backed up by the creation of a Premier Cabinet Secretary post with 2 deputies, the National Super Alliance is already the talk of town.
They are planning to abuse existing wealth, so 3 people can get jobs.
The ship has set sail.
Under the pact, Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka remain on the presidential ballot, while Musalia Mudavadi takes up the non-existent Premier CS post, deputized by Ford Kenya leader Moses Wetangula and CCM's Isaac Ruto. But an addendum in the NASA deal that prevails upon the 5 NASA core principles to gradually amend the constitution to streamline the structure of government with the 2005 Bomas draft has already gotten tongues wagging.
The country really cannot afford to spend billions of shillings to please 3 men. It needs that money to create jobs for the millions of youth.
This is an agreement with the people of Kenya that never again will there be political gerrymandering.
But while most analysts agree that creation of the Premier CS post as conceptualized would not necessitate any referendum, observers caution that the implementability of the NASA pact would largely depend on the president's goodwill should the opposition win the August elections.
The Constitution has been very clear as to who will lead Kenyans, and therefore the president is the person who symbolically will lead the Kenyans. No other person will have the same powers as the president.
Under the never-implemented 2002 MOU initially endorsed by all members of the NAC summit, retired President Mwai Kibaki's government had been tasked to institute constitutional amendments to create a prime minister's post, which, as former Vice President Mudi Awori discloses in his recently launched memoir, would have been occupied by Odinga. Pundits argue that drafters of the NASA pact could have seemingly conceptualized a gradual return of the PM post, with a political clout similar to that of the office under Odinga during the 2008 coalition government.
There's nothing like that. What we have is people who've come together. Others have been given the mandate to run the country as president and deputy president. The others must fall down below the pecking order.
Wanasema agenda yao na priority yao ni kugawana viti kati ya viongozi kule Nairobi.
Itakuwa ni serikali ya mpito, transitional and transformative government.
While the 5 core principles insist a president under NASA will be one among equals, debate will no doubt continue on the political clout of the Premier CS post as campaigns intensify ahead of the August elections. Murimi Mwangi, KTN News, Nairobi.